one very evident mistake that people make in the creator space is they don't build the right kind of work culture. And when I mean work culture, I'm talking right from having a certain sense of discipline in terms of timing. Now, people may say, oh, but we are millennials, we are Gen Zs, this is outdated for us. I'm like, don't give me cock and bull, man. I mean, get over it. See, you will attract talent by saying we have a flexible work culture, we live in the same house, we eat, drink, smoke up, do whatever that we do in the same
Here's a
space.
beanbag for you, lay down and watch Netflix.
Yeah, but let's face it, it's a game of convenience. You probably may attract people with that, but when you have to get shit done, and if a guy is not proactive, you'll be carrying a lot of freeloaders in your team, and you'll get pissed off with them then. So who created that culture in the first place? You are the one who created that culture, right? So not having the right kind of work culture, right from discipline to even the way they have conversations with their team members. I've seen creators who suddenly start feeling like they're superstars and they use abusive language and disrespect their team members. Just because you pay people money, not like you've bought their soul. Okay. I just believe that at a workplace, okay, you got to make sure that nobody is raising their voice, nobody is disrespecting and talking down on another person. You can't character assassinate people and get work done from them. That's just stupid. So for me, work culture is two components. One is the discipline. The other is the respect that is given to team members. And I think the ones who do well in this space or have longer retention are the ones who really acknowledge that their team is their hero. They may be in front of the camera, but actually it's the work that is behind the camera that their team is doing that is making them look like what they are, sound like what they are supposed to sound like. So for me, discipline and respect, these are two pillars that need to come. Second is, I think what most people at that age in the creator economy don't realize is you can't leave a trail of sins. Okay. So if in your office people are smoking up and you think that's a cool thing to do, it's going to create a vibe at the workplace. You know what? You really need to ask yourself, what's my benchmark of fame? Okay. And when let's just say, become a billionaire, not even a millionaire, millionaires go unnoticed in the country. But if you become a billionaire, okay, there are going to be people who are going to look for shit, okay, throw at you. Okay. So what's the trail you've left behind? Okay. Like, it's something that stayed with me at a very young age. My dad said something to me when I was 16. He said, never do something that can be used against you when you become extremely successful. He kind of sowed that seed. People ask me, why don't you drink? Okay. I don't know. It's something that just stayed with me as a 16-year-old. Okay, that I felt like, okay, I don't want to engage even socially in that. It's a benchmark I created for myself. Now, I'm not here to kind of give some preach or pravachan about no alcohol or no substances or whatever. It's individuals' choices. But I feel as you grow, okay, and if your appetite is that I want to be a billionaire, you also want to create a clean track record, a clean trail for yourself. Otherwise, tomorrow, you become an easy target, right? The other thing, what's happening with a lot of artist management agencies or influencer marketing agencies is that they're signing up artists. They're not being proactive about really pushing up the artist's profile or the creator's profile. Whatever business they are getting is because of the reach of the creator. They're essentially just communication coordinators. I have not come across too many agencies being proactive, saying, okay, chalo, today I'm working with a Vinamra and I want to make sure Vinamra now gets entry into this ecosystem. Brandy la raha hai Vinamra ke naam se, chalo, we'll service that. That's it. Yeah. And then what's happening is, because there's no value addition from the agency, the manager who's handling Vinamra is becoming Vinamra's best friend. And he's like, bro, I'll start my own agency. You be my first artist. Okay. And there's endless attrition that's happening over there. Because what's the skill set required to just play a communication role? Nothing. Anybody who's gone to a decent English medium school can become play a communication role because this guy has subscribers, right? So I feel there has to be a business value that every agency has to create for their artists. Like they should create use cases saying, when I started working with Vinamra, he was at 660,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he was known in this janta. He was known in this audience. He was attracting these kind of brand deals at this price point. What's my vision for Vinamra 1 year from now? It should be the agency's vision. Okay, let the artist focus on the art. Let the creator focus on his creation. If you are a talent management or an influencer marketing or whatever you like to call yourself, then you got to treat that artist like a product, and it's your job to elevate the value of that artist in a manner where even the account manager or the artist manager or the creator manager needs to feel a sense of growth and learning, saying कि भाई मैं अगर यहीं रहूंगा ना मैं बहुत सीखूंगा. But if this guy is doing all the dirty work, but that guy is going and speaking at under 25 because he owns the agency, this guy is like, मेरे को भी under 25 में बात करना है. Okay? And then he'll be like, bhai, we are bhais now because we drink together. I roll it for you. So now you support me in my entrepreneurial journey. Right? So it's such a glaring gap, and it fascinates me. None of these agency owners are even seeing it.
Bro, I think you just had too many real conversations with these people. So I've never heard someone say that out so loud. I've never heard someone articulate it so well. I just see a lot of casualness in an informal sense of doing these things, and because eventually what happens is a lot of artists get isolated, that they find friends in this kind of solace of being informal with their agents or whatever.
Yeah, see, that's where I feel there's always going to be a glaring difference between who builds something which is going to last over here versus who's going to be कि चलो 4 साल मेरे आर्टिस्ट का रन अच्छा था तो मेरी एजेंसी का रन अच्छा था. And I think if someone brings these perspectives of business acumen, true value addition, a great team culture, a good career growth path for their teams as well, who are managing these different artists, that is going to be a game changer. That's going to be a force to reckon with.